I want to talk about money, and I want to talk about it unashamedly. Hello. You are most welcome to my channel. I am Olaide Agbaje, aka First Lady. On this channel, I share inspirational, motivational, and educational content. I also share tips on intentional living. Kindly subscribe to my channel. Please like my videos, comment on them, and do well to share them. In case you love poverty, you have a good relationship with poverty, and you are enjoying that relationship, you are not ready to break up with it, then this video is not for you. This video is going to shift your mindset towards money. It's going to shift your mindset towards wealth. I also have to say that this video is going to at least strike a chord in you. Many people don't like talking about money, yet money is very important. Even the Bible says that money answereth all things. Money is a defense. So it is a topic that we have to keep talking about every now and then, because poverty breaks my heart. I hate it when I hear that somebody died because they could not afford a medical treatment of 50,000 naira. That is less than $80. That is less than 60 pounds or 1,500 South African rand. But then some people cannot afford it. Some people cannot even afford to eat 3 square meals. I don't know who came up with that idea in the first place, though, that we must be eating 3 square meals. But jokes apart, some people cannot afford that. Even you listening to me, maybe, just maybe, you cannot afford some basic things of life. Then this video is for you, because you don't want to be in your 40s or 50s and still be begging people for urgent 2K. You really don't want to find yourself in that position. So what are you doing right now to ensure that you are financially independent, to ensure financial stability in the future? This is a call to action. I want people who are tired of the status quo. I want people who want to break even. You want to break the genes of poverty in your life or even in your family. It is not your fault that your parents are poor. But if you are poor and you remain poor, then it is absolutely your fault. You might be wishing that you had started a while ago, maybe like 5 years ago. That is fine. Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't worry. It's okay. I've got good news for you. Now is the second best time to start. Yes, you heard me well. Now is the second best time to start. If you do not deposit anything right now into your wealth account, there will be nothing for you to withdraw in the future. If you do not sow now, you will have nothing to reap in the future. In fact, in the nearest future. So what are you doing right now? I want you to have this kind of, let me borrow this phrase, holy anger. I want you to have this holy anger. Except maybe you can meet all your needs. You have everything that you need at your disposal. Money is not your problem as you speak. Then that is fine. But I am talking to those who want to change their financial status. And I am one of them. I am not pleased with my current financial status. I want a change. I desire a change. But what are we doing? What steps are we taking? The future is not far from now. Some of the things that you actually see as luxuries, they are not luxuries. They are essential. But you see them as luxuries because you cannot afford them. You even abuse those that can afford them. You call them wasteful. It's because you cannot afford them. Let us stop deceiving ourselves. Let us stop justifying poverty. And I also want you to disabuse your mind from thinking that everybody is broke. Everybody is not broke. Thinking that everybody is broke because you are broke, it's like thinking that everybody has a headache just because you have a headache. Not everybody is broke, dear. Not everybody is broke. And you also have to disabuse your mind from thinking that every rich person or every wealthy person is a thief or a scammer. Thinking like that is you finding a way to justify poverty, to justify your brokenness, if there is any word like that. But you don't have to remain in that state of being broke or being poor, and you have to start doing something now. What do you have in your hands? Stop complaining. Just start small and make sure that you don't remain small. Start small and dream big. You can always scale up. Instead of complaining, I don't have capital, I don't have anybody to help me, I don't have a platform. Yes, you don't have all of this, but you have something. What do you have inside of you? God has deposited a gift and a talent into each and every one of us. Look within, look inward. What do you have? You've got a talent. You can talk, you can dance, you can do so many things. You can cook, but you're not monetizing them. You're not monetizing them. Wake up. This is a wake-up call. Come on, don't snooze. This is a wake-up call. You're saying that you don't have a platform. There are so many platforms for you. Go on social media. You have a phone, but you are broke. They play, just they play.
They play. They play.
You are playing. Do you know how many people are making cool money from using their smartphones? I think I'm going to make a separate video on this. I'm going to tell you in another video the businesses that you can do using your smartphone, the businesses that you can do with little or no capital. So watch out for my subsequent videos. And I'm also going to be sharing how you can position yourself to attract the kind of wealth that you want. All of these are very important because sometimes it is not as if the opportunities are not there. Our eyes are just not open to them. We are just not thinking right. We are just not engaging our brains enough or stretching ourselves to maximize them. And that is the truth. Don't worry about platform. There are so many platforms. This YouTube that I'm on now is a platform. If you don't have any platform, get on YouTube, get on Instagram, get on social media. And those are global platforms. Just start doing your thing little by little. Little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. You have to start doing something now, no matter how little. And like I said earlier, this is not a get rich quick kind of thing. You must be willing to put in the work. You must be willing to be disciplined, to be resilient. I want you to have that never give up spirit. Don't give up. Start doing something now. Start making moves now. You want to enjoy in the future? You want your children to enjoy? You want to be able to give them the best life that your parents were not able to give you or that they are not able to give you. Because you don't want your children to ask you, Daddy, Mommy, what were you doing when your mates were making money? I don't want my children to ask me that. And that is why I'm making this video, to charge you as much as I am charging myself. Poverty is bad. It is a terrible thing. And especially in Africa, there's so many beautiful potentials. Africa is rich with talent, with potentials. Every now and then we hear of, the 100 richest men in Africa, the 10 most influential persons in the world. But I don't think I've ever heard of anything like, the 100 poorest people in Africa, or the 10 most wretched people in the world. And do you know the reason? Poor people are in billions, but the rich can be numbered. They can be counted. The influential people can be counted. And so won't you rather join the number of those that can be counted, the league of those that can be counted, instead of adding to the statistics of poor people? I want you to change your mindset about money. I want you to shift your orientation, change your perception. I think that is the starting point. Your mindset is the starting point. If you're going to attract wealth, if you're going to attract financial stability, your mindset is the starting point. That is where to start from. Because if there is no shift in your mindset, there is little or nothing that anybody can do. And I also cannot exhaust this message in this video. So I'm going to make it a series. Maybe I should call it the money series or something. I don't know, or prosperity series. What do you think? I think I should make it a series because I'm not yet done. I'm going to come back to tell you how you can position yourself, the businesses that you can do with your smartphone or with little or no capital, so that you can start earning something. Even if you have a 9-to-5 job, let me tell you something, multiple streams of income is big. You want to be able to have income coming in from left, right, and center. Sometimes you will not even touch your salary because those extra income will be taking care of your needs. You'll be able to afford some of the things that you want. Some things are not just luxuries. You justify poverty. Permit me to say that you're justifying nonsense. You will tell yourself that, trekking from, where's this popular place? Trekking from Ilupeju to Yaba in Lagos is not far. It's not far. Once you pass some shortcuts, you will get there. It is because you don't have money. You even say, oh, it's a good form of exercise. I'm going to lose weight. Hello? Since God blessed you and you bought your car, when last did you trek and say that, oh, it is a good form of exercise, or that is not far? Sometimes you go to a restaurant, you cannot even order what you really desire to eat. You cannot continue to eat what is available. You want to be eating what you really want to eat, what you desire to eat. When you are traveling, you want to be able to buy the class of ticket that your heart desires. I remember when I traveled from Johannesburg to New York and back to Johannesburg. You know, when I was going, it was a 14-hour direct flight. So when I was going, I enjoyed myself. It was also a night flight. I stretched my legs. On my row, there were 4 seats. I was sitting on a 4-seat row. And so there was nobody on that row with me. So I slept, I stretched my legs, I enjoyed the flight. I would wake up when it was time to eat, you know, and close to when we're landing in New York, I woke up, I stretched, got myself together, and I said, oh my God, I enjoyed this flight. But when we were coming back, the plane was filled to capacity. And so on my row, there was nobody, there was no free space to even stretch your legs. I sat down, maintained myself. The best I could do was to shift my bum every now and then. It wasn't funny. And I remember it was also a very turbulent flight. So it was not funny. My legs were aching. I was tired. I was really tired. It was at that point that I knew boarding first class, or at least a business class, is not so much of a luxury if one can really afford it. And there are people that can afford it effortlessly. I could not afford it. Because while I was suffering and my legs were aching, just in the business class or first class, they would stretch, they would sleep, they would, flange. They will eat anything they want to eat as many times as they want to eat it. But we still thank God. Even with the economy, we thank God. We thank God. So my point is, make good use of your current phase. I want a time to come when I'll be able to afford a business class or a first class. But right now, I'm trying to put in the work. And that is what I also want you to be doing. If you're already doing it, look for ways that you can do better. Look for ways that you can scale up. Don't just remain at a spot. Keep depositing into your future accounts. Keep sowing seeds towards living a good life in the future. The Bible says a righteous man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Even if you cannot live for your children's children, at least live for your children. See them taking care of you as a blessing, as something that, okay, is an addition. Not that if they don't do it, if they don't send you money, you cannot eat, you cannot live life. And I also have to reiterate this, that you must be ready to put in the work. You must be ready to start now. Do it afraid. Stop overthinking it. Just do it. Start saving. Start investing. Start buying and selling. Start learning that skill that is going to fetch you the kind of money that you desire. Just start. And above all, ask God for direction. Yes, I am very big on this, because you don't want to waste your time or your money making the wrong investments or the wrong moves. God knows those things that we don't know. So ask him to open your eyes to opportunities. So many opportunities around you. So many people looking for solutions. Ask God to open your eyes so that you can be a solution provider. I'll see you in my next video where I'll be continuing my talk on this, like I mentioned. Until then, be intentional.